Welcome to Wagons of Steel. It's a party and everyone's invited. Today, I got a request for a more in-depth view of my shop, which to me it's just my shop. I don't even really notice anymore, but most people when they come in, they're just kind of flabbergasted by all the weird little details. And so my friend Alan said, you need to like show people some of this weird stuff in your shop. So that's what I'm going to do today because it's a rainy day. Well, come on in. I guess the first step is the door here. It's not really organized. It's got a lot of my participant stickers for the NHRA racing. Get the ladder, trash, bicycles, horrible dead car projects. Of course, there's the wagon in the tree. Here's a bike. It's not really warm in here. It costs me too much money to keep the place warm, so I print sweatshirts. So I wear sweatshirts. Okay, we'll start from the beginning. There's time for Judge Marry You. Couldn't resist that. Judge Marry You, get it? Here's like a picture somebody gave me of wagons on the beach. The Hot Wheel collection. I'm not really a collector of Hot Wheels. They're cheap. I can't resist. Anytime a little kid comes in here, I always give them away. This is a 1966 Plymouth turn signal, original NOS. I don't need it. If you need it, shoot me an offer I can't refuse. More Hot Wheels. Some model kits. Some people buy me model kits when they see them at garage sales and stuff. There's my son's first pair of shoes. His dispenser. The Carcraft clock there they gave me for subscribing to something. The History of Drag Racing LP. Marijuana water. I don't know what that is. Here's a cool model somebody gave me. Here's a real goose. It's funny, sometimes other little birds will fly into the shop and they'll land on the goose. It's a bird's nest somebody gave me. I just noticed today it's got those crazy spider webs on it. It looks like, that's some kind of bird-eating spider. Here's my Dave Barcelone Trucktown license plate. My old friend Dave's GTX. There's Steve Schwab's race car. I don't think he still has that car. Maybe he does. My friend went to Mopars at Carlisle and got the Ram Chargers to sign a whole bunch of stuff here. That's pretty cool. Original Ram Chargers signatures there. My friend Dave Goins made that for me. I used to be a King Cobra drinker when I lived in Oakland. That's kind of my business name, is King Cobra Productions, and super secret, it's named after malt liquor, not after any kind of anything interesting. There's another King Cobra. My votive candle right next to my crystals, so doubling up there. I got the Virgin and the crystals. Got my Madness record there. I think that's an art record, actually. Yeah. My friend Lionel made this. Isn't that cool? And here we have Sulu did a whole bunch of public service announcement signs on the ferry side, the steel one. And there's the race car at Northwest Divisional 2017. And what else we got here? Ooh, here's a cool piece. This is an original moon fuel block. I don't know where that came from. You dig deep, you keep finding more stuff in here. Old glasses, sidewalk chalk, BBs. Here's my Blue Angels model. I used to build a lot of models. I haven't built one in 40 years. There's a helicopter tail rotor. Some BB guns. I sometimes I plink at the deer when they're driving me crazy. I don't actually kill deer. Here's the medicine cabinet. Up there's Greedo. All kinds of weird stuff in here. NASCAR soap. Dollar coins. A kazoo. A King County voting card. Headless dinosaur. Antique razor. Here we are. This is an old picture. Pulling the 440 out of a Imperial. That was the first engine I put in my Chrysler Town & Country, called it a race car. Ooh. Here's some old Hot Wheels. A real 1968 or 69 Charger. Sometimes you see these around, you gotta have them. You got the red wheels, it's a Cuda. You got a few of them. I don't think they're really worth anything, but you know, they keep you staring at boxes of toys. Here's my Richard Nixon Republican coin. What else? Oh, old pictures of long gone dogs. There's Dottie and her little sister Bonanza. Both those dogs are gone now. There's the Belvedere. There's Dottie's mom. There's Dottie and her sister again. Oh, here's that one of those Cars movie toys. This is the one that they had to recall because it had lead in the paint. I keep all my vehicle ID numbers in here so nobody can steal them off the cars. They're not a title, but they're kind of like it. Old driver's licenses. What else? My Lance Armstrong band. A compass. Now that I have a phone, I don't need a compass. Quill. Here's a picture of where the shop is in the beginning. Here's my friend Step. The obituary. Some rocks. I'm sure you go for a deep dive and find even more in here. I think that's from somewhere that's not America. Got a kazoo. Moving on. Should we go? Oh, let's go further on here. Here's my computer, my printer. Oh, I like this guy. I think his name is Low Dog. Yeah, Low Dog. That's a great quote from him. Today is a good day to die. Follow me. Yeah. He looks like a freaking maniac. A big TV screen. Just hook that up to my computer. People say you shouldn't do that. I really don't understand why. There's my old computer. Actually, you can see I have two here. I just got one not too long ago. The one on the bottom is 14 years old, and one on the top is brand new. And then this one here is even older. It got hit by lightning, and it acted a little weird after that. I was kind of concerned that it would leave me an alert, so that's when I got the other one. And then it's funny because I still use that computer for all my invoices and stuff. Here's my vaculator collection. Back in the old days, this is what I used to make all my coffee with. Now I just collect them whenever I see them. I think they're worth something. I mean, I don't know. They're pretty cool. Like the water boils and it goes into the top where you got your coffee grounds. And then when the water boils all up to the top, then it sucks the water back down through the ground. Some kind of Einstein kind of thing. They work really good. Here's an old Ford hubcap. I really like the V8 logo. Maybe I'll put that on a shirt someday. Another picture of the race car. There's some Mexican cats here. Coupe decal. I like these things so much I can never work up the nerve to actually put them on a vehicle. My NHRA rulebook from 2006. It's all digital now. Oh, what else is in here? DVDs. A couple of trading cards. I need to make a new blast of those. A bunch of business cards. Oh, here's more models, more cars. A friend of mine gave me that poster. Direct connection. There's the Scooby-Doo mobile. Probably the only Gen 2 Hemi I'll ever own. Here's another pile of models. Temperature. And there's an X-Men doll, and that's an air cleaner off my first race engine in Josephine. Or actually my second one. That was it says 410, so that was a low deck. That was a 400. More Hot Wheels. There's a cool mosquito ad. Nash Kelvinator. There's my business license and another shot of my old dog Dottie. My prayer flags, my aunt gave those to me. Always gotta have those. Penny collection. I always keep an eye out for cool coins and cars. You never know where you're going to find them. Oh, there's another Hemi. So I guess that wasn't the only Gen 2 Hemi I'll ever own. I got two of them. Here's a early shot of my friend Jody Lang. He's finishing out his year as #1 in stock eliminator. There's my brother's kids at their confirmation. There's a picture of a Hemi. There's King Cobra magazine. I used to make King Cobra magazine. That's an old album or a magazine cover. Collection of vintage oil cans. Here's kind of a ghost drag racing picture. I never got around to finishing that. It's only been 20 years or something. That's the timer for my light table right here. This is where the screens get shot. Some artwork there. There's Darth Vader. When I'm feeling in a fancy mood, I wear that instead of my regular anti-COVID mask. I got 2 hot water tanks because I can sometimes, if I feel like it, I can pump hot water through the floor and warm up the shop, and it only costs $400 a month, so that's why it's kind of cool in the shop. Here's Jack LaLanne. Kind of like that. There's a 62 Fury. Look at Plymouth now. There's a P47. There's some art from my friend Ruben. And that's a picture from, I'm not sure what that is, something that's yellow. There's my guillotine style paper cutter. Here's my barbershop. There's my son Joe. Hasn't changed a bit. There's a model train somebody gave me, Roll and Rock. Trains, I got my John Belushi. I've only got a few hubcaps here. I have a ton of hubcaps outside. No idea what I'm going to do with them. There's a wagon wheel, and the steering wheel was it was a Sealand retirement trophy gift or whatever they gave to Step when he retired. Here is airplane, a model airplane. It's huge. I don't know if you can see it. The wingspan is at least 6 feet. It was it had a record. It may still hold the record of it flew across the Sound here, and you know, the guy followed it in a boat, and you can kind of see it's got a lot of flight time on it. I got my lobster shoved in there. We got a lot of cool planes here. This one is it's one of those models that you stand in the middle and spin around with a tied to a line until you get dizzy and fall down and crash your airplane. I think it might actually be some kind of jet. A weird thing from the 50s. There's my A6M Zero Fighter and my F4U Corsair with big head Michael Jordan behind the wheel. It needs to be dusted off. Little bicycle wheel up there. There's Dan Dvorak's old car. Up here, got my bobble-headed Jesus and some kind of Hindu art thing there. Got a few trophies. I'm not actually very good with trophies. They're all over the place. My Wally is currently over at Dr. Big Blot's shop. There's our practice tree. You gotta have one of those. And there's a bunch of car mags. It's so infuriating to me. Every horizontal space, you know, you just can't give me nice things. I'm such a pig sometimes. The rats keep me honest. I have to clean up when I get rats going. Here's my work table. I'm working a Grateful Dead design for. Actually, I printed that. That's just the leftovers. I should put that away. More trophies. The ink is encroaching. I got a bunch of t-shirts down here. Blanks. Tester shirts. When you start a design, you want to test it out on a shirt that it doesn't really matter, and so I have all these shirts that are like just completely covered in designs, and then they're in demand. I usually give them away. If you ever come to the shop, you can ask me for one. There's our electric bike. I just got that recently. It's pretty cool. I got a unicycle. I ride that on the trails. Oh. Here's all my Wagons of Steel inventory. I finally got around to taking that out of the truck and putting it in for the winter. Some old helmets. Painting supplies. Here's my indoor bike collection. You've seen the bikes before. There's the never-ending GTX project. Here's the heat setter. This thing turns on and turns, and then underneath here is a there's a heating element, so the shirts come through here and they drop into the box, and then they're ready to wash. Here's a job that I'm procrastinating today. I should be printing them. Sweatpants for the athletic club. There's some ink. There's some ink. I print water-based sometimes. In fact, I just did a job with that, and water-based ink has to be sealed up and washed out right away, or it dries. But usually I print with this, which is plastisol, and it's the industry standard. It doesn't dry until you heat set it, and so people come over here and they lean against this thing and get away from there, or over there, and it never dries until you heat set it. So I can't tell you how many people have gotten into trouble with that. I have one friend he's an admitted compulsive guy, and he got some of that ink on him. He knows all about it. He didn't tell anyone, but he actually threw away his clothes after he got that ink on there. You get it on your ass, and then you get it in your seat of your car, and then it goes from the seat of your car to gets around. Here's the washout sink, where I wash out the screens. My super badass power washer. Finally, after years of using cheap ones, I got a really nice one, and then I had to stop buying them every once in a while. Here's another Hemi there. There's the license plate off the Mighty Josephine. That's the original Mighty Josephine. Hard to believe how long ago that was. There's another airplane. More screens. And then this, I'm not going to go up there. Up there is another airplane. It's a really cool antique toy. People bring that kind of stuff to me. And then this is Sails Up Like Magic. That was part of the crawl space of a friend of mine's house, and he knew this kind of thing I like, so he came by and gave it to me. Here's my Pabst Blue Ribbon sign. My friend Ruben set up this stove for me so I can take the chill off with that when I want to. Jesus Malverde, patron saint of drug dealers. There's California. There's a couple of grills. Looks like 67 Belvedere, 63 Plymouth. Some big block valve covers. So funny. I was always on the lookout for those back when I was young and poor. Now I don't even know where to put them all. Got like 440s. I've got like 25 of those. Might as well take a peek at that while we're here. Out back. Here's a couple of them. Industrial 413 big blocks. There's a hood from a Dodge Dart, core for transmission. This is our little outhouse. It's actually a fully functioning plumbed toilet. There's the original hood off of the Belvedere. I love it here, it's so beautiful, even when it's raining. There's the grill from a 1969 Chrysler Newport. Some roof racks. I'll go out and show you that stuff some other time. Back inside, there's a customer's truck. The lift. I'm so spoiled I can never not use a lift again. And over here we're getting into like the mostly car stuff, although there are some interesting things here. Got our Kendall sign. The bone factory, Pacific Research, is the biggest employer on the island, and my partner works there, so we have a lot of little bone stuff around. There's our Solex, which is just this insanely dangerous, I don't want to call it a motorcycle, it's kind of like a moped. The on the front there, that motor drops down onto the front wheel. It's terrifying. You roll that. It goes 35, 40 miles an hour. It's bolted together. It is literally terrifying. It makes that electric bike seem like a ninja. Turn on the light here. Media blast cabinet. Got our locker set up. Air compressor. More intake manifolds. I think most of the really interesting intake manifolds are over at Dr. Big Block's shop now. We have had more here. There's my spray paint collection. God, I was looking for that oil drain pan. You know, when you have a shop like this, you kind of have to sneak up on stuff you're looking for. Here's some old slicks. If you need them, they're here. Some miscellaneous stuff here. Taillights for station wagons. They're worth a lot of money now. Ridiculous. What else is there here? There's a lot of this like trim stuff for car projects we've done. A lot of times when you're making race cars, you take that stuff off and you don't really need it again. Headlight surrounds for 64. If you see something in this stuff that you really need, feel free to get in touch with me. I'm not trying to sell anything, but I'm always willing to help out somebody. There's the 4-speed out of the GTX. Some thermo quads, the plastic fantastic carburetor. That's literally love or hate. You love them or you hate them. Some people think they're the best thing ever, and most people don't. There's a back window out of the original Mighty Josephine. Bob's Bakery. More headers. More carburetors. More rocker covers. There's another transmission. It's a Jeep motor. Oh yeah, there's something else. Where is that? There's one more plane you have to see. Oh, there it is. The Mustang. I'm often asked, well, how come you don't fly those? I don't know. It looks nicer there. I just feel like they seem like the kind of thing you just crash and cry. Harley Davidson. Another big block. There's my beloved generator back there. Well, that's pretty much it for the tour of the Wagons of Steel shop, the non-automotive edition. If you have any other ideas, the stuff you want to have me cover in these videos, let me know. Thanks, Alan, for this great idea. And I will see you guys soon. I've got a really cool video coming up, and I'll make it a surprise, but I'm sure you'll love it. Keep the rubber side down and the shiny side up, and keep them laughing. See you next time.